Yeah, good day, everyone. Um, Today is for us to discuss or train ourselves about how to migrate yourself from hyper community to Daoversal, which happens to be the new crypto blockchain project that will be servicing Hyperverse, Hypernation, and the Satoshi AI of whoever might have, join any one of these uh, platform previously. So my take here is just to try and see how I can be of great help, like as if you and I are working together one on one in order for you to be to do your setup from moving to hyper community to Daoversal. I will give some bit explanation. As you know, that I am one of the community leaders and one of the uplines of Hyperverse in the past and Hypernation, but not Satoshi AI. So as you all know, we've been able to uh, move all our assets. We have transferred all our assets from Hyperverse or Hypernation to Hyper Community. Like I've said before, when I was having discussion with one of one of my downline, I said to that person that you should see hyper community to my own knowledge and my verification or my research. You should see hyper community as a central bank, and then see Hyperverse, Hypernation are other many banks. So it's just like a bank closing down, and then central bank try to save the customers, yes, of the bank, and then they were able to get the bank to transfer all customers' assets from their bank to central bank, or pending the time that the customer will be to find another bank where he will to move all his funds into that other bank. So see hyper community as central bank, where your assets are being transferred into, and we're told that it is safe. It's like an archive. That's what we're told. Don't quote me. Okay? Like I always say, I am not your financial advisor, even though I know. I'm not your lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I'm none of all that, even though I do all of that for myself. I am not. So I will advise you to try as much as possible to do your due diligence very well, do your own research, be convinced with your mind, so that you want to do what you want to do. Okay? So moving forward, I will be advising you that, I'll be giving you two proof so that you be able to, clear your confusion, whether you want to move forward with Dalvasa or you don't want to move forward. But these two proof will probably help you to make a proper decision alongside with whatever due diligence or research you might want to do. Okay? But as your upline, or even though I'm not your upline, if I give you two proof, two incidents, probably that will at least help you to be able to navigate, or you decided not to even navigate. Nobody's going to force you to do anything because no one is forcing me to do anything as well. As much as I'm not happy myself, I'm seriously not happy myself, but I'm not the kind of person that will just sit down and be wallowing in poverty of my mindset, not looking out there to find a solution so that I will not be stagnant and stagnant forever with my finance or investment. Okay? And hence, we are doing what we can to encourage ourselves moving forward and know where planet we're going to meet ourselves again. As long as is not involving you putting in your money again. But the one you already have stuck in a place, I believe you should be able to do something about it. You don't want to do anything about it, it's up to you. But you should be able to do something about it. What if you say it's not going to work and it works? And by the time you want to get up and do something, it will have been too late for you. But not for me. I try my best. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And that doesn't mean it disappears, but at least we can be able to move forward somewhere else and get things done. So today, the two proof I'll give to you is that, first of all, if you were paying serious attention like the way I do, you will realize that when Hyperverse in particular and Hypernation, but I will focus much on Hyperverse because majority of us are Hypertian before. When you were logging into your Hyperverse, just like the way you always log in and carry out some buy and do one or two tasks, you realize a particular day when you log in last to Hyperverse clearly display an announcement in front of, as soon as you logged in and dive into Hyperverse, you realize that you couldn't dive like the way you always dive. There was a brick wall stopping you of swimming. There was a brick wall stopping you of swimming. And that brick wall, Hyperverse put an announcement that we are moving, that you should migrate your asset, your total asset, to Hyper community. That was the instruction given to you by Hyperverse without your consent whatsoever. Yes, it was absurd, but unfortunately, we couldn't do anything about it up to now. Yeah. I'm not the one that will come here and come and be sugarcoating you. I am the type that will tell you maybe 1% of my anger. And if you want to know more, then you can call me on one-on-one, then we discuss as a civilized, mature person. So they did not give us any form of consent or whatsoever. Either you migrate or you will never be able to swim just like the way you have been swimming before in Hyperverse. And what did we do? We moved all our assets by migrating, which I believe all of you that are listening to me right now have done. Because everyone in my downline have all, moved all their assets to Hyper community. So we migrated from Hyperverse to Hyper community, which you can see up here. As I move my cursor to this place, you can see hyper-community.com/login. We've all moved all our assets here, which I believe all of us also know how to log in. Whenever you type in this hyper-community.com, it will just bring you right here. To bring you right here, right here, right here. So when it brings you here, what you need to do as a Hyperverse community member, that you are now in Hyper community, okay? You will come down here. You are not going to sign in into this place. You're not going to log in here. So you know that already, how to log in. I believe so. And if you don't, you are not logging through here. So I'm talking to those who have already transferred their assets from Hyperverse to Hyper community or from Hypernation to Hyper community. So when you are an Hyperverse community, Hyperverse, you don't log in through here. If you were the type that has both Hypernation and Hyperverse, your Hypernation will be logged in through this place, as you can see, through this place, meaning your email address, because what's it called? Hypernation, you use email address as your username. That's what we use. And then you type in your password here, and then you click confirm, and then it takes you to the next stage. Okay? But if you are solely an Hyperverse member before, you come to this bottom line, you see Hyperverse one-click login. You click on this, and then it takes you to the next page or to the next window for the IT guru. Okay? So when you get here, you can see, you come into this place and type in your username, because it's username we use in Hyperverse. Type in your username just like the way I'm doing right now. So you move to the password, you type in password. I'm not going to show password so that you should know your own. Because I don't want to. This is one of the accounts I manage for one of my aunties in Hyperverse before, that doesn't want to do it by herself. She doesn't want to struggle with computer and IT problems. So you click login. So once you click on login, you click I'm not a robot. And then you find yourself here. It says account authorization. Hyper community, you can see the logo here. Account authorization, do you see the username here? Hyper community is requesting to access your account data. By authorizing it, you will grant access to your Hyperverse account information to the Hyper community website, which you have done before. But it's always doing this every now and then just to save themselves that you are the one that is authorizing them to access your data every now and then in Hyper community. So you click authorize. Okay. Once you authorize, voila, you find yourself in your Hyper community account. Okay. And here you find what you need to find. I won't go further in this area at all. Okay, I will not. So because you will be able to see the same thing I'm seeing as well. You're going to see the same thing I'm seeing as well. So you can move down and move up, whichever way. It's not more than this. Okay. So you will see here the user ID, user identity number created for you by Hyper Community. And then you will see that in this place is source. Source means Hyperverse users. Okay. Your IP address is not showing here. It's not showing. And then you see your email address here and you see your username. And then you see the HPT you have in your reward account. That's the last time, the last fund that was in your reward account in Hyperverse. You see it here, like that. And then you see in front of it here, that is showing withdraw and withdraw history in case you have withdrawn before, which this account has not done anything. This account has not migrated to Daoversal. And here is called DC. This is Hyper token, Hyper community token. Here is Daoversal token, DC. And that's where you find your pending reward, the pending reward you have in Hyperverse. You find it here. Okay? And you also see transfer and then transfer record. This account has not done any form of migration to Daoversal. And that's why I'm trying to use this Virgin account. When I say Virgin, that does not mean that it's Virgin, but I call it Virgin because it has not done any form of migration from Hyper community to Hyperverse. Guys, please remember, we move from Hyperverse to Hyper community. Now, Hyper community is where all your assets were being safe. They said secure. I don't believe that. Okay? But safe. Let's just say it is safe. Okay? Now, it's now your right or your decision to move this asset that is called Hyper token to another crypto blockchain platform if they require. And now, Daoversal requires your Hyper token, Hyper community token, to be moved to them without you adding any fresh amount from your bank or your wallet or your whatever to them. And they said, as time goes on, the moment you are able to carry out the task they'll be giving to you on a daily basis, you will started withdrawing the fund that was locked down in Hyperverse for almost 2 years now. You will be able to withdraw it through Daoversal without them collecting extra penny from you, according to them, not according to myself, according to them. Or do I have a choice not to believe them after doing my research or whatsoever and due diligence? Do I have a choice? Do I have any crypto platform that I want to create myself and be able to carry out withdrawal of this Hyperverse fund that I've locked down for almost 2 years now? I'm sure the answer is no. So I have no other choice than to follow whatever the platform that locked me down, and I'll say he has opened door through another platform, even though they claim that they don't own Daoversal. That's another question for another day. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not deceived. They said they don't own it, but they are feeling guilty by getting this crypto blockchain platform now or project to acquire us from them. Or they are the one who is acquiring us by creating another name for themselves. That I don't know. Okay? Mine is to come here and teach you how to migrate and see, as time goes on, how your fund comes out from this platform, from this new project called Daoversal. So I said to you the other time that whether you like it or not, I don't think you have a choice here. I've given you one choice, one proof. In fact, it's even 3. I've given you one. One was you couldn't swim and you were migrated to upper community, whether you like it or not. That's one. Second, try to remember. Good. Second is that when you were carrying out the transfer of your asset from Hyperverse to Hyper community, we will all recall that we were prompted to put our email address, and then we should press a particular button that says send code. And when that code was counting down, we went to our email address to go and copy the code. An email was sent to us. Which email sent that verification code to us? I don't know if you ever take notice. The email that sent that verification code to you were never Hyperverse, neither Hypernation. That verification code came from Daoversal. If you did not recall, please go and check. That's proof number 2. That's proof number 2. Then third, that we're going to make you decide as quick as possible rather than wasting enough time. And when you're ready, it might be too late. Third is that, for example, like me, like I said I am an upline of some certain set of wonderful investors or wonderful members of Hyperverse in the past and Hypernation. They were so wonderful. Family, friends, good friends, families, wonderful people until this problem starts occurring in between us from Hyperverse themselves. They created this problem between families and friends that have been respecting and trusting each other in the past. That everything we say, we don't just say it, we're so sure about it. But unfortunately, that has been betrayed because that's part of the reason why I am so angry, not only upset. Now, I'll give you third example, third proof that will help you to make decision is that, for example, as I'm an upline of so many right now, if I decided and say I am not going with Daoversal, I made a choice and I say I am not going to join them. And one of you that is listening to me now, that happens to be my downline, decided to go with Daoversal. Okay? You will realize by the time you do all your migration and everything, and then you click your back office, you will find me there. Or you will find any of your upline that refuse to go with Daoversal. You will find that your upline there remain as your upline, despite he has not migrated, despite he refused. He hasn't migrated at all. And you are so sure that he did not do it. He does not even have an account with Daoversal. You will find him or her there, live and direct, as your upline, just like the way it was in Hyperverse. So I don't know if these three proofs that I have given to you send you any form of message that your data has been completely sold out to Daoversal. So is it this same Daoversal that is Hyperverse, or is completely a different platform or not? That is what I cannot answer. But I know my spirit does not deceive me. Okay? So those are the three proofs I wanted to point your subconsciousness into so that it will help you to quickly know how to make decision. Okay. So now going forward, we are here. As you can see, we are here. We are here. Okay. So what we are supposed to do now here is to now do what? Migrate our data to Daoversal. Then secondary, transfer your asset to Daoversal. Two things that you need to do. You can decide to migrate your data to them and not transfer your asset. It is still your right. It is still your decision. Okay? So even though you don't want to transfer your asset right now, at least try and transfer your data to them because they already have it. They are only waiting for you to click one or two buttons. They have it. That is why you can find your upline in your own back office, even where they have not migrated. So they are only waiting for you. How long they're going to wait for you for? I don't think you have a choice. They are only waiting for you. So that's it. So right now, I'll open another window right here. Okay? And then let it look like I have opened the window. I will type in here in the window, daoversal.com. What did I say? I say daoversal.com. You will type it in here in your history area. So when you type it in here, it will come up with this page. Okay? Come up with this page. And it says here, Daoversal, the land subscriptions goes live now. Claim your stakes or for exceptional rewards right away. That's what they are into. They said they are selling planet and they are selling land. You can stake money, fresh money into all that. So if you are the type that doesn't want to do that, you just want to focus on how you can withdraw your fund or your asset that have been stuck in Hyperverse. You understand what I mean? Focus on it. So you click X here. When you X that place, let me move this down a bit. Okay, good. Aha, good. I move this down a bit. So as you can see, when I X that particular page where I just read now, you can see the trailers, like a movie trailers, like a planet, as you can see, planet, world, or what have you, and all that. You know, so as it is, I don't want to go into all of this and start telling you blah 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 things. Where I want you to go to straight away, as a beginner or a fresher, you can click here to join their Twitter if you wish what to do. I advise to do that so I can get informative from them. You know, as time goes on, if you need any of their support, you click here. But nevertheless, you now come on top of me, as you can see here. You see something that says join now on top of me here. This is me here, and join now. Click join now here. And you click join now to take you to something we call star. It will open another window to move you, like migrate you from Daoversal.com and navigate you to another window that is called star.daoversal.com/home. Star.daoversal.com/home is going to perfect that one by itself and then bring you live here. Okay? So what you do next, I'll move my face down a bit again so that you can see what is on top of me. Please pay attention. I'll be looking at where my cursor goes to. As you can see, it's saying log in here and it's saying sign up here. Please and please, let's pay serious attention. See the sign up here? It's not meant for you as an Hyperverse member or Hypernation member. It's not meant for you. This is meant for Daoversal fresh member or fresh investor. So don't come here, please. Okay, sorry, it's actually reloading. I think network problem. You know, as you can see that it's loading. Daoversal is refreshing itself. So hopefully it's not going to take us time. Probably I should just cancel it and type it in again. Good. Great. It's back, you know. So, like I said, it's meant for new member of Daoversal. Like you want to introduce it to any member of the family. I'm not the one telling you that. You know. So here is where you click login, and you click login for Hyperverse member or Hypernation member. You click here, or Satoshi AI. Sure, some of you, it's like I'm speaking an alien when I say that, you know, alien language. So you click on login. When you click on login, this is where it brings you. So if you are Satoshi AI member before, and you have been absorbed by Daoversal, just like the way Hyperverse and Hypernation member has been taken over as well, captured. Let me use that word. Okay, you know, but here is for Satoshi AI member. Please don't make mistake. And if you do, just play this video again. So right now, You move, either you click here or you move through this cursor to the bottom side of this particular place. You will see where it says here, Hyper Community, one-click login. If you are Hyperverse or Hypernation, you are definitely an Hyper Community member. That's where your asset is and your data is at the moment under Daoversal, like I said. So you click here for Hyper Community members. When you click here, it will also load and change the page. So it navigates you from star.daoversal.com and transfer you to the hyper community you already have before. So you see what I'm talking about? Whether you like it or not, these people already own your data. You choose to make yourself stagnant, nothing going to be happening for you in hyper community, and something will still be happening for you here, no matter how little, and gradually you will get there. So it navigates you from Daoversal website to hyper community straight away. As you can see, hypercommunityhere.com/authorized login page. And it says here, Hyper Community Asset Management Platform. As you can see, if you check this particular ID you have here now, you realize that's the same thing you have. I'll click Hyper Community that you opened earlier. You can see 803093924. And I'll go back to the one that it navigated us back into. You see, ID that you have in your hyper community is where Daoversal actually take you to straight away. You can see the ID. And it says here, Daoversal authorization. Daoversal requests to access your UID, email, username, and account information. Like I said before, it's only your data that you're authorizing now, not even your asset yet. So when you go ahead, you click here. Okay, if you happen to be when you click here for Hyperverse, you understand now? Sorry, you click here. When you click here, it takes you to the next page. Voila. So you'll be here. When you are here, we are focusing on Hyperverse here. Okay? If you are Hypernation, that was the one before this page. Okay? So right here now, it says to you that detected that you are a Hyperverse platform user. Please reset a unique email for your first login. Okay? For your first login. So you type in your email address here. That's the email address you have been using subsequently. The email address you have been using with Hyperverse. My advice, type it in there. Okay? If you want to give yourself a headache, you can use another email address. But it's not me that advise you that. So we type in it here. Okay? Doing all of this fresh. I've done my own account. Okay? I have done my account. And I will show you. Okay? But just for you to be able to understand everything from beginning to the end. That's why I'm using Virgin account. Okay? So as you can see, we did not set up. We did not sign up. We only migrate. So you come in here and then type and press send code. So this, when you press send code, it will send a code to your email address, and then you go out, come and type it. So I'll go and check the verification code in my email address. Okay, I've seen it. That's come. I'll type it in here while the email is the verification area is counting down. 365578. And then I'll click OK. What we want to do, we click OK. Okay? And then it says to you, email has been registered. It shows to you here, email has been registered in a flash, but like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Okay? So when it's done here now, that your email has been registered, okay? It's not going to navigate you from here to another page any longer. You leave this page. This is where a lot of people get confused. They'll be saying, it's not moving, it's not navigating, it's not taking me anywhere. And then they get stuck in this place. I went through the same thing. Everybody went through the same thing. But out of our own benevolent, proactive action by doing further, dipping further, that's how we were able to find out that we're not supposed to be stagnant here. And then we are trying to help you so that you will not go to the same pain we went through. I remember when I first got to this particular area, I was so mad. I was here, stuck, and there was nobody to help. And I was able to navigate myself eventually. So you will leave this page and you come back up here. Remember, you come back up here where it says Daoversal.com. You will not be seeing star because you are already here in Daoversal.com. That's where you are right now. You go back to your Daoversal.com initially, where you started from initially, where you click join, and then we now click login, and then we click hyper community member, click one click, another, and all that. You go back to that same beginning, your source of Daoversal.com. So this time around now, when we click, we'll come back here and click join now. Remember, it was click join. Now we click at the beginning that we're able to do all of what we did previously right now. But right now, it has taken your email, it has taken your account, everything has been accepted by Daoversal. So when you come back here now and click join now, it will just take you automatically to your Daoversal account page straight away without any stress. So I'm going to click join now. Bam. And then you wait and see within seconds it will perfect its job. Rolling as usual. See? Hula, we are here. We are here. If you are the type that is using a mobile phone to process all of this, you're going to see more stuff. Okay? Because right here on the laptop, we can't really see our back office. That's our account, where you can see your user ID, you can see your what's it called? Email address, blah, 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 and all that. You need to see all of that. But here on the laptop, I don't know why they haven't done that update properly yet. But you can have access to every other thing they are doing. And you can have access to whether your asset is here or not. Some people say, by the time I authorize my data for them, they will just take everything, they just take all my asset. No, I'll show you now. You will realize that you will not see any single asset. These are all these things I'm scrolling down. These are all the product they are selling, all the packages that they are selling. Okay, but that's not where we are going into today. So now, as you can see here, you can see Daoversal here. You can see planet. That's what I've just shown you. You can see land. That's another packages that they are selling. These are all the lands that they are selling under planet. That's not where we are. That's not what we are doing here today, because for you to be able to do any of this, buy this package, you have to bring fresh USDT. Here, manage. You can see that there's no much activities here because you haven't done anything. Okay? When you have done something, you'll be able to see a lot. Everything is showing 0000 digit here. Okay? Then you can see my land. You click on this, you won't see anything as well, much, because everything will be showing 000 because you haven't carried out any performed anything. So you won't see anything. Okay? Then this is the major place where you should be bothered about right now. Click asset. Okay, as you can see, I don't know if any one of you is seeing any digits in this place. Hmm? Are you seeing anything? Are you seeing anything? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's what we are all seeing. If you're going to see anything digit, it's going to be packages, packages, packages. Hmm? And that packages is what you haven't bought. And that's the packages you need to use your hyper token, as in your hyper community. You will need to transfer it to this place, to Daoversal, and then you will now use part of that pending reward that I call hyper token to buy this package. According to the information we had until yesterday, this is the package that all of us are supposed to buy. Pack A. Pack A is what all of us are supposed to buy. Okay? When we transfer our pending reward to this place, to Daoversal, when we transfer it here, we will now take 5,000 out of whatever total that you have, whether millions or thousands. You will take 5,000 there to subscribe, as to buy the pack A. Every one of us. That's what he said. And then that lasted for 1 week right now. And then as at yesterday night, it says sold out. So they are working on it by releasing it again. I hope so. Because that's what he said. We will all be buying. So if that is what we will all be buying, then you can imagine how many population members Hyperverse Hypernation has. So I don't believe it will have sold out by now. I don't believe it. So I believe there is a glitch during the weekend, because I remember when I wanted to carry out 1 or 2 assignments on Saturdays and Sundays, I couldn't finalize that transaction on Saturday, not until Sunday. And then it was telling me at one particular page or the other saying, server is busy, server is busy. So I believe that they are working on it. And then this particular TFA, this TFA package it will be waiting for it for so many months now. We're told it's going to be released by 15th of September. It didn't happen. Then it was postponed to 1st of October. And then all of a sudden, they brought it back to 25th of October, which was last week, Monday. So for the last 1 week, up till yesterday, which was Monday, I believe so many members have been able to buy, consume this pack A. And probably they've exhausted, some numbers that they release, thinking that it will be slow to consume, but fortunately enough for them, it was quick. And unfortunately for us, it was sold out. So I believe that they will be coming back to release much more this time around, so that it will not be sold out as quick as possible. Or probably they want to be releasing some batches every week. Like when they release it on Monday, it will end on Monday, or when they release it on Tuesday, those batches, once they are exhausted, they will have to do it again. I'm only speaking for them. Don't quote me. I am not Daoversal. Please. Just using my experience, my previous experience of so many things I've learned in this crypto blockchain industry. I have learned too much that at least I can navigate myself somehow. It's only you that need to do the same, so that at least you can help yourself to some extent that I can help myself. I am not claiming that I know too much, but I'm only telling you that the little that I know, if you know 1% out of it, then you will know that you will not suffer too much. That's what I can tell you. For free, without collecting any charges on it. Anyway, as I was saying, this is what we are supposed to buy. And right now it's sold out. So I am waiting. You are waiting. We are not supposed to buy this. As you can see here, if you want to buy this, it will cost you about 50,000 DC. That is 50,000 hyper token that you have or you don't have. The pack C will cost you about 500,000 DC. That is 500,000 hyper token that you have or you don't even have. So I don't know. Even some members don't even have this 5,000 DC, as in 5,000 hyper token. Those that bought smaller packages of Hyperverse, and they don't even have up to 1,000 HU. Then that turns out to be 1,000 HPT hyper token. And then here it says DC, Daoversal token. Okay, so some don't even have it. Don't talk of 50,000 and 500,000. Okay, so here we're told that when you buy this 5,000, we will be able to use it, part of it, about 1,500 from it, to be charging something like a battery, like electric car. That when you buy electric car, you charge it, and then you use it you use it to commute yourself from one point A to B. Obviously, the battery will have reduced, or even your mobile phone, when you charge it, you use it, the battery will be reducing, right? For you to be able to have complete battery, you have to charge again. That's what they said we're going to be doing here on a daily basis. But right now, I cannot continue from here to teach you further about TFA. Okay? That will help you, according to them, to be able to withdraw every penny of your fund that you had locked down in Hyperverse through this Daoversal to your crypto wallet. To your what? Crypto wallet. And from your crypto wallet, then you can now withdraw it to your bank account, or you decide to go and be collecting it through ATM machine, or you want to start spending it from there. I'm sure those who has a little information about what I'm talking about right now, they will understand what I'm talking about. And for those of you who doesn't, you can call me, we can talk one-on-one. And then, like I said, I'm still going to create a video. I'm still going to create a teaching video on how to navigate yourself from point A to B on crypto exchange platform. So, but Daoversal is promising, but I don't believe they are guaranteeing, or they are promising that they will not collect a penny from us. So they will not collect a penny from us. They will not collect a penny from us. What you only need to do is to transfer your pending reward in your hyper community presently right now, not in Hyperverse, so you know that you do no longer have access to Hyperverse anymore. And if you are still the type who haven't navigate from Hyperverse or Hypernation to hyper community, I will advise you to go and do so. Otherwise, you are not helping yourself. Whether you have collected all your 1x or your 1,000x, go and do it. Daoversal says they have enough room to accommodate all of us, especially those that have never withdrawn before. Especially those that have never withdrawn before. Especially those that have never withdrawn before. This video, this teaching, this enlightenment, this information is meant for you. Daoversal said, not me. Hyperverse said that Daoversal should announce to you that he can accommodate you and be able to withdraw your lockdown, like COVID-19 lockdown asset. into them, and they will help you to withdraw it to your crypto wallet, and then you can do a transfer from there to your bank account and start spending money. That's what they said, and that's what they say I should say to you. So, as it is right now, I believe in another 1 or 2 days, I'll be able to do another video that we can be able to process this TFA transfer from our hyper community to Daoversal, and we're able to do what? Use 5,000 from it to buy this package, and then start doing our daily task, and then thereafter start withdrawing. Hopefully, we start withdrawing. Okay? I want to be very careful using by the grace of God anymore. I want to be very careful because we have dragged his name too much. So that's what we'll do. They will release this page for us. So I will quickly go back and click Hyper Community so I can show you what I'm talking about. This place is called DC. That's Daoversal. It means Daoversal. They've already created it by themselves without your consent. But remember, you have authorized them. They've created it here. They've turned your pending reward, what you have in your pending reward, to DC. What you only need to do is to do what? You click here, transfer. But I won't click it now because it's useless. Okay? It is useless. If I do it now, it will be useless. So I want to do that by the time they open the asset to us. This place, yeah. Once they were able to load more packages here for us, then I will do another video that will be to do a transfer from Hyper Community to Daoversal, and then we see our pending reward live. Everything you're going to transfer, even though you have 1 million or you have 10,000, you will transfer all at once. They did not give you room to make a choice of transferring part of it or all of it. No, everything they say you are bringing it there because they want you to be charging and be charging and be charging and be charging so that you'll be wasting time in doing all of that. Why they say so, it's up to them. None of my business. That's what they want. So I think we will leave this video here, and then we will do what? Next time, the next video that will be coming is us to transfer. So if you can at least prepare all of this down while we are waiting for this in the next 1 day or 2, I'm sure doing our transfer will no longer be a difficult task. That will be very fast. Okay? So I hope we all understood what I have said. And if I've, offended you one way or the other in my statement, I apologize. But I am just a realistic man who wants to say things in the way I think you will to understand it better, or it will to inject it to yourself. I want to deal with your subconsciousness. I want to deal with your thinking faculty. I want to see how you can understand things as quick as possible. Okay? Whether you have little or much knowledge about information technology, that's IT or computing, whichever we want to talk it, they are all under computer. I want you to understand. So in case you don't understand anything, please always go back and watch this video over and over so that you don't make any mistake. And if you think it's still difficult for you, please, if you are my dial line, call me. We will help ourselves. Okay? I don't have any problem. I always volunteer to help, no matter how busy I have always been. Yeah. Okay? So, but if you are not my downline, I would say you can get in touch with your upline, play this video to them. Maybe they'll be able to break it into 2 pieces for you to quickly understand. Okay? So that is that. Again, by the time we get to that page of where we have to do a transfer, when we transfer again, then we now want to buy this package. We need to create what we call transaction password. That transaction password is still a difficult task at the moment. Maybe because of all these glitches, I don't want to jump into conclusion. I don't want to accuse anyone. Some says just go ahead and create a transaction password. 6 digits. That's all. How they were able to get there, they haven't really explained to us. Because we are about 3 factions here. There is Satoshi AI member here. There is Hyperverse member here. There is Hypernation member here. Okay? So how everyone navigate themselves, it seems people are forgetting so easily. They weren't able to really go down, and I wouldn't blame them because there's too many confusion in this area. One even said that just use your Hyperverse transaction password in Daoversal. How far that is really true, I'm still finding it very difficult to decode that. But I'm waiting to see this one, to see this package release itself. Then I will try. If it doesn't work, then I will try another way. Then I'll be able to decode if these people that are saying these two different information were actually right, or they were quickly to forget how they navigate themselves into setting up the transaction password that will not, if you don't have it, you cannot finalize the buy the package. Neither can you carry out any withdrawal. Okay? So I will let us know in the next teaching. Thank you very much. I hope this is enough. And I believe we understand ourselves. Thank you and bye for now.